Who are your parents?
Patricia and David Ward.
Who am I?
You're my girlfriend. Your name is Alex Foster.
Good. When did we meet?
When did we meet?
Sorry, college. We met in college, University of Illinois.
Was a strange film, and I say that as a compliment towards the film. I thought it had a really great sort of eerie tone and mood. It had a way of using the construct of the two women in the house to feel both intimate and claustrophobic, which I thought really sort of contributed to the direction they took performance-wise. Obviously, with such a contained setting, there was a lot of pressure on the actresses to be quite dynamic and show a good range of emotions and sort of have a rapport between the two of them that sort of morphed as the piece went on. And I thought they did a really good job at that. And I thought there was a really good sense of chemistry in terms of the emotional range they had to display over the course of the piece, especially as her condition deteriorated. So I thought it had a really great sense of mood and a sort of a tonal approach that I thought was quite consistent. That was reflected both in the visual constructs of the table, some images in the bedroom, as well as the sort of the overall feel and thematic intent of the piece. I thought it was a good match between the performances, the visual constructs, and the moody music as well.
And it's also a really fun motif to use for like a classic flashback, like looking back on the relationship type of story. I think you do an excellent job establishing, excuse me, an excellent job of establishing the issue of the earworm and how it affects those that whose mind it's burrowing into, and you get the memories of people's past who or whoever spread it to you, their memories. And I think it's so eerie and so sci-fi, and it adds this darkness to the story where it would be looking back and you're seeing this relationship play out, and memories of the girlfriend's parents, and not knowing what's real and what's not. And it's just it's such a creative story.
I loved the futuristic aspect to this and the disease that they made up. It was reminiscent of our COVID days while they're in quarantine, but the nature of this disease, being able to retain memories from the person you caught the earworm from, was really cool. I loved the sort of twist at the end that they used with that. A lot of the time she's remembering her girlfriend's parents or her girlfriend's life events instead of her own. She's sort of absorbing those, which I thought was a beautiful concept in a way, especially having the girlfriend be gone here but still feeling as if you can converse with her. I thought that concept was really beautiful, but there was a lot of sort of stomach churning moments of this film. If you're squeamish at all, there are definitely some points you would want to look away. Especially the sound effects that they used were super effective. You could really sense the worm just burrowing into her mind, and there was sound effects that went with that. The squelching really got me for sure. But the practical effects were really good. It felt very realistic.
Creative, so interesting, and this new kind of take on like a pandemic or an epidemic that's happening within the world, which is obviously very relatable. Um, but getting to see the progression of the illness, how her partner is reacting to it, and seeing the cracks in their relationship, and then finally that big reveal at the end, I thought was really, really cool. Um, the actors were so talented, and I thought that the whole team putting this together was just fantastic. I thought that all of the shots, especially the bathroom ones of her kind of like cleaning out her ear and then digging in her ear and then finding the worm, like it was just so good to watch. It was like uncomfortable and concerning and fascinating, and that twist at the end was just so good.
So interesting that they threw in the memories of other infected people that you're like around. I think that was such an interesting twist, and it really added something to it because you clearly knew that these two were in a relationship, obviously, but having that added twist of like the memories being shared in some kind of way, I thought was really, really, really fascinating and really interesting that they did a really good job with that because it just adds another level and another, more depth to their relationship of once you start questioning like, do you still love me? Why do you let me stay? Like all of that I think was just so, so, so impactful.